the top of my very first bookshelf, in the start of my young adult shelves. I keep Tamara Pierce's books separate from the other ones, because it's such a huge series and I love it. And then dropping down to the second shelf is the Once Upon a Time series, which is just every type of fairy tale you can think of combined into one. And over here is Jessica Day George's Dragon Slippers series, which they're signed, and that's why they get a special place. And then dropping down is my manga collection. I've got everything here. Alice 19th, Vampire Knight right up there, Mars, Red River, and if I pull up this cute little thing, got more Vampire Knight and Vampire Game. And this is so cute, my sister made it. I thought I'd show it off. And now we can move on to the bigger shelves for young adult. On the young adult shelves, we've got the anthologies, some of Kelly Armstrong's young adult books, which are amazing. Holly Black, Jenna Black. This is straight out of the Traveling Pants series. I like to mix in all of the genres for my young adult shelves. Allie Carter's spy books. Got the House of Night series here. My guilty pleasure / shame books. I actually own them. And Cassandra Clare's. Great author. The Hunger Game, marked. Adrian Creamer's Nightshade series. Got some of the Blue Blood books there. Brie Despian's The Dark Divine. Skin Hunger. Jennifer Estep's Touch of Frost. And the Ranger's Apprentice series. And then dropping down, got Beautiful Creatures there. Oops. And then Jessica Day George's books. Those are the non-signed copy. The Evernight series. Got Kim Harrison's books. Anne Hawthorne's Dark Guardian Chronicles. Sophie Jordan's Firelight. Julie Kagwa's books there. They look so pretty on the shelf. Fallen. Other by Karen Kinsey. And some of Levine's books there. And I gotta move on to the next shelf. This is the top of my biggest young adult shelves. I've got Leslie Livingston's Wondrous Strange, Rebecca Mazelle's Infinite Days, some of the Witch Season books, Amanda Marone's books, the Vampire Academy series. I'm really proud of these three because they are first editions in the series. And then dropping down, some more Michelle Mead, The Host Stephanie Meyer, which is the only Meyer book I'll own, Fablehaven, Garth Nix, who I love, Laura Oliver's books, and then some of the Aragon series. Dropping down to shelf number 3. Oops, sorry about that. Let's see, some of the Flesh Eating Unicorn books, Pikes. Of course, Harry Potter. No young adult shelves are complete without Harry Potter. Drop down to shelf number 4. Some more Harry Potter, some of the companion novels. Let's see, The Forest of Hands and Teeth. Got some Sharon Shin there. And then, of course, L.J. Smith. No collection. You have to have them if you like vampires. Here's the final shelf and I've got Anne Stingle's books there. They look so pretty on the shelves. Maggie Stewart's books. I've got the fairy ones as well as the wolf ones. I really like how the wolves look. Let's see, and then if we keep rotating over, I've got the rest of the young adult on a bottom shelf of another bookcase where I've hidden Jenna Black's other books. I like to keep these ones here because they're smaller than the other prints. Forget You, 7 Tears into the Sea, Beastly, and then of course those black and colorful ones are some more spy books. I've got an addiction for young adult spy books. Got some tucked even in the corner there. And then over here, let's see, Sherwood Smith's Crown Jewel series, Vampirates, Scott Westerfeld's Ugly series, which I'm quite fond of, and then Patricia C. Reed's Magic Forest series, which I love. That's it for the young adult shelves. Right above my smaller young adult books is another shelf where I like to keep called my historical romance shelf. I've actually got a little mixture of everything, if you can see there. Diana Goldman's Outlander, Memoirs of a Geisha, and some sci-fi romance. I've got Lisa Kleypas's books. She is my all-time favorite historical romance. And those are the Dragonology and Wizardology books. It's the only shelf that actually fit them. And I've got them stacked above them as well. I need to make it look better though. Lisa Kleypas, more of hers. I definitely like her, as you can see. And Anne Stratt's books. And that's it for the historical romance shelf. Here's an overview shot of my first big young adult bookcase. And over there in the corner, and then that white one right there is also young adult. Those are the ones I showed you just before. Here's the beginning of my epic fantasy shelves. As you can see, I keep my Fruits Basket collection at the very top, and all that stuff and knickknacks is usually how I have all my shelves. Right now you're getting the clean version. Here are the trade paperbacks on the first shelf. I've got Kristen Britton, Grace Ling, and some of Lynn Curlin's books, Maria V. Snyder, and then moving on to this is the second shelf, starting the mass market paperbacks. I've got The Lost Years of Merlin there, Carol Berg, Patricia Briggs, some of her epic fantasy, Anne Bishop, got some Kristen Britton, Terry Brooks, and then Trudy Canavan, who is a great author, Dawn Cook, who is actually Kim Harrison, and she writes a really interesting series as well. Sarah Douglas, The Way for Redemptions, which is, I don't know how to describe it, it's an amazing series. David Eddings, who is a great intro into epic fantasy. I've been thinking about reading it. And then Jennifer Fallon, S.L. Farrell, and then we've got Lynn Flowing, Kate Forth, who is my all-time favorite epic fantasy author. Her writing, her world, it's all so vivid. I just love it. And here is Maggie Fury. She's an amazing author. I wish her work was easier to come by. Emily G., Thief with No Shadow. Barbara Hambly, great addition to any epic fantasy shelf. Elizabeth Hayden. We have Barb and J.C. Hendy, the novel of the Noble Dead. They're really great books. Great mixture of vampire and epic fantasy. Morgan Howe. Got Tanya Huff there. And then Robert Jordan, Wheel of Time series. I love him. I just feel so guilty I don't have the latest of his books. Song and Silence by Elizabeth Kerner. A great start to an amazing series. And then Mercedes Lackey, The Black Swan. Glenda Lark. Jane Linsgold, who writes a great mixture of wolves and epic fantasy. And then Violet Malin, great series there. Julia Murillo. Mariller? I always pronounce it differently. Anyway, I know a lot of you guys love her. And then Anne McCaffrey, Thief's Gamble. Robin McKinley, I love her work. Karen Miller. There's Garth Nix there. Andrea Norton. Melanie Ron, again, amazing author. And then The Name of the Wind. We've got Brandon Sanderson's Mistborn series. Still in the shrink wrap. I feel guilty about that too. Sherwood Smith, Sharon Shin. There's The Missing Poison Study, because I bought it in Luna print first. And then Elizabeth Vaughn, who's amazing. And then C.L. Wilson. And then, since I'm running out of space, I have the rest of C.L. Wilson's work stacked up here. and then Patricia C. Reed.